Hey, good morning everybody. It's Mike and thanks for jumping on here with me today. I want to conclude our conversation over the past 2 weeks on target audiences, niches, areas of focus, specialties, whatever you want to call it. I typically refer to them as target audiences. It's going to be a pretty short conversation this morning, but I want to leave you with my number one tip for this, okay? First of all, you got to have one. Like if you feel a little lost, a little uncertain, a little frustrated at times, you feel like you're willing to take action, you want to grow your business, but you're not quite sure what to do every day, I would guess that probably the biggest problem you have is, well, you don't know who you're trying to do it to. You don't have a target. It's like you got in your car to go on a trip, but you don't have a destination entered into your GPS. So I guess you're just going to drive until you stop. I don't know. I don't know where that'll be. I don't know how long it'll take. I don't really know anything. Well, that's what happens in our real estate business if we don't have a defined target audience, a specialty. We're getting in the car to go, but we have no idea where we're going or how long it's going to take to get there, or if that's even where we want to go. So I just want you to spend the amount of time necessary, and I'm available to talk to you about this, to find the area of focus, the target that would work for you. Because I really believe there's a path to success for everybody in this business. You just have to find your path. And if you're trying to pick your path based on how other people have been successful, you're almost doomed to fail. You've got to find your unique path based on your God-given set of strengths and weaknesses and what your life looks like. And everybody's so different. I hope that makes sense to you because it's just so critical. Now, the biggest mistake I see people make when they start doing this is they're way too broad in general, and their target audience is just beyond their grasp. So I'm going to give you a couple of extreme examples. First-time home buyers. I'm going to focus on first-time home buyers. I'm like, no, you're not. I mean, so Atlanta's a pretty big city. 7 million people, plus or minus a little bit, in the metro Atlanta area. You're not going to build a target audience. You're going to have to, first-time home buyers, you're going to have to market to 7 million people to get to that group so that they know about you. So if you say that's what you want to do, then my first question is, well, how many millions of dollars do you have for marketing this year? And you're going to say, well, I don't. And I'll say, well, hundreds of thousands? No. Tens of thousands? No. Well, then how do you think you're going to get your message out and create any level of awareness with 7 million people with no marketing budget at all? How do you think you're going to do that? And the answer is, you're not. You're biting off way more than you can chew. And it's not the way businesses grow. You can't show me a business that grew that way, where they started off trying to take over the world. You start off real small. I mean, I love and admire your ambition, but your eyes are bigger than your stomach. You start off really small, and then you build out. You're not going to be a luxury specialist. You're going to have to market to the entire Atlanta market to get to those people in that classification. How are you going to do that? So watch, using those two examples, first-time home buyers, well, where are they now? And you would say, well, they're in rentals right now, but they want to own their own home. And I'd say, yeah, no doubt. But where are the rentals? And you might say, well, they're in apartments. And I'm like, right. So see, we're starting to narrow the focus down. Now, which apartments? Well, any of them. No, you're not going to focus on every apartment complex in Atlanta. That's crazy talk. Pick one. And for most of you, that's going to feel way too small. And I love your ambition. But that's how businesses grow. They start really small. You pick an apartment complex, which then I say, see, you're not really focusing on first-time home buyers. You're really now implementing a geographic farming strategy. That apartment complex is part of your geographic farming strategy. And really the same thing for like the other big broad term I hear a lot, which is luxury. What's that mean? Like if you weren't born into that segment of society, or you didn't marry into it, how are you going to do that? How are you going to get access to those people? How are you even going to know who they are? How are they going to know who you are? And the stupidest thing that people say to me, and I hear this a lot, is, well, I'm just going to hang out where rich people hang out. I'm like, really? So where is that? Well, you know, like really high-end, expensive restaurants. I'm like, well, okay. Well, what are you going to do? You going to hide in the bushes outside the restaurant and jump out and hand them your business card when they walk outside? Like, what the hell are you talking about? So you don't know. You just pick this big, broad target, and you have no practical way of getting started. So I would say the same thing I say about first-time homebuyers. Well, where are they now? Where they're living in a home, but I want to help them if they want to move to a bigger, nicer home. I'm like, got it. Fully get what you're saying. So then, again, we're probably into a geographic. You're going to pick a neighborhood. It might be in what we would call a luxury category. It might be. And then you might call that a luxury specialist because they specialize in luxury homes. I go, no, they specialize in that one community, which happens to be in a luxury price range. See, if you don't get it right, folks, if you don't interpret it right inside your brain, if you don't start small enough and then build out from there. I love your ambition, but all businesses start small and build out. They don't start big unless you have a lot of money to play with for a marketing budget. Then come talk to me and we can build a big strategy for you. But if you don't, then you're going to start like all of us and all businesses started, really small, and build out from there. And I really hope that makes some sense to somebody out there, because I see way too many people getting it wrong. First, they have no target audience to begin with. They just want to help anybody with anything. I'm like, well, how do you implement that strategy? I mean, usually the result's going to be you're going to help nobody with anything. Second of all, when they do start to focus, they're just biting off more than they can chew. They just started way too big, and now they can't implement because they don't know how to get started with something that big. Hope that makes sense to you. I guess I hope one other thing. I hope you'll get out there and make it happen for yourself today.